The story begins deep in the forest, where a cabin stands beside the lake. Inside, everything is scattered and broken, as if some terrible accident has taken place. On the other side, we see a family, Laura, her husband, and their 2 daughters, getting ready for a vacation. Laura's elder daughter, Kayla, is reading a book about a little mouse who lives beneath a tree. The mouse roams freely and carefree, but one day, a crow warns him about the darkness, and from then on, fear takes hold of him. Kayla is absorbed in the story when her younger sister suddenly startles her with a creepy zombie doll. Meanwhile, Laura is full of excitement, thrilled at the thought of spending the holidays with her entire family at the lake house. But now Laura is upset. Her husband tells her, "Something's come up at work. You go ahead with the girls. I'll join you soon." With no other option, Laura sets off with her 2 daughters, driving a long way until they finally arrive at the secluded lake house. Outside, there's a gate, and when Laura tries to open it, it won't budge. Just then, a man named Owen, who lives nearby, appears and helps her open the gate. He explains that years ago, many families used to visit this place, but after one family mysteriously disappeared, people stopped coming. Still, he reassures Laura, telling her she has nothing to fear, since he lives close by and she can always reach out if she needs anything. He then asks, "Did you come here only with your daughters?" Laura replies, "No, my husband will be joining us soon." After that, Owen leaves and Laura enters the beautiful lake house with her daughters, who are delighted to be there. Soon after, Laura receives a call from her husband, who tells her that his work is done and he'll be on his way. He's also bought a music box for the girls. Meanwhile, outside, the 2 daughters wander off and notice a red string. Curious, they follow it deeper into the forest until they come across a tree. Carved into its bark is a single word: John. Meanwhile, Laura looks out the window. She can't see her daughters anywhere, and panic sets in. The whole area is deserted, surrounded by dense forest. Suddenly, she hears a sound that startles her, but it's only her daughters returning home. Kayla, the elder one, has brought something back from the woods and quickly hides it in a drawer when her mother isn't looking. When Laura asks what it is, Kayla replies that it's a gift for Dad. Night falls. Laura tucks her daughters in after telling them a story, though the younger one, Maddie, doesn't feel well. She looks pale and weak, so Laura lets them sleep. A little later, the landline rings. It's her husband. He asks why she hasn't been answering her phone, and Laura explains it's still in the car. He reassures her that he'll be arriving soon. Just then, Laura hears the sound of branches breaking outside, as if someone is moving through the trees, watching her. Uneasy, she retreats back inside and turns off the lights. Moments later, Kayla comes to her, worried. Maddie is getting worse. Laura rushes to her younger daughter's side. Maddie is clutching her throat, coughing painfully, until suddenly she spits out a small ribbon. On it, a word is written, "Hello." Shocked, Laura wonders how it ended up inside her daughter's throat. She checks the drawer where Kayla had hidden something and finds a cupcake. When she confronts Kayla, the girl admits that earlier that morning, she and Maddie had followed the red string deep into the forest, where they discovered 2 cupcakes. Maddie had eaten one. The other, Kayla had brought back as a gift for her dad. Laura checks the cupcake, and inside, she finds another ribbon. This one reads, "Goodbye." It means someone is close, watching them. She had felt it before, and now the fear is real. Laura reaches for the phone to dial 911, but the landline is dead. Suddenly, footsteps echo above her. Someone is walking upstairs. Terrified, she hides inside the house with her daughters. Her cell phone is still in the car, and she knows danger is near. Determined to escape, Laura grabs a kitchen knife and heads for the car with her girls. But before she can reach it, a stone smashes against the vehicle, and someone outside bursts into wild, menacing laughter. Fear grips them all, but Laura refuses to give up. She pushes forward, and somehow they make it to the car, only to discover the tires have already been removed. Helpless, she leads her daughters back inside. Panic grows, especially as Maddie's condition worsens after eating the cupcake. Then Laura senses movement outside. Peering through the window, she sees a hooded figure waving at her. She knows at once. This is the person who has been tormenting them. Quickly, she gathers her daughters and rushes them upstairs. Meanwhile, her husband finally arrives at the gate, the same gate their neighbor Owen had helped open earlier. Now it's locked tight once again. He struggles to open it, unaware of what waits inside. On the gate, someone has written the words, "Follow me." Next to it lies the same red string Laura's daughters had seen earlier, the one that led them into the forest to the cupcakes. Just then, Laura's husband calls her, but the sound of his phone ringing comes from nearby. Following the trail of red string, he makes his way into the woods, arriving at the very spot where his daughters had found the cupcakes that morning. There, he sees a strange scene, a tea party in progress. But as he steps closer, he realizes the figures at the table are nothing but mannequins. Behind him, a masked figure emerges, holding an axe, and begins to move toward him. Meanwhile, inside the house, Laura is filled with dread. Suddenly, someone knocks at the door, and she hears her husband's voice. Relieved, she opens it, only to be horrified. There is no one there, just a recorder playing his voice. In that instant, she realizes the masked figure had recorded her husband's calls while he was searching for them in the woods. Her heart sinks. She knows his life is in danger. Before she can act, a body crashes down from above. It's her husband, lifeless. The masked figure has killed him. Broken with grief, Laura quickly rushes inside and hides her daughters. Then the lights go out. Terror grips her. She knows if she doesn't escape now, the masked intruder will kill them all. Summoning her courage, she takes a flashlight and steps outside, only to find herself face to face with a cluster of mannequins, their decayed faces frozen in grotesque poses. And then, out of the darkness, the masked figure strikes again, hurling eggs at them in a violent, mocking attack. Terrified, they all rush back inside the house. Suddenly, Maddie's zombie doll is thrown through the window, landing in the room. Their fear deepens. Someone is taunting them. Laura feels trapped, torn between staying inside where danger surrounds them and going outside where the masked figure waits to kill them. Then she remembers. Her husband had only just arrived earlier. That means his car must still be nearby. Somehow, she has to reach it, no matter the risk, to escape with her daughters. She hides the girls in the closet, then nervously searches through her husband's clothes for the car keys. Heart pounding, she finally finds them and hurries back. Just then, she hears a voice outside. It's Owen, the neighbor who had helped her earlier that morning. Laura calls out desperately for him. But before he can reach her, the masked figure steps from the shadows and kills him. The last glimmer of hope dies before her eyes. Trapped with her daughters, Laura notices a sketchbook lying nearby. Inside, crude paintings reveal a horrifying vision. The masked figure killing her, along with her two girls. The images foretell their fate and signal the end of this nightmarish story. Yet Laura refuses to give up. For her daughter's sake, she steels herself to risk everything to reach the car. But before she can act, the masked intruder storms inside, seizes Laura in front of her daughters, and drags her away. Now, the two girls are left alone in the house, terrified, unaware that their father has already been killed. Then, from outside, they hear music, the familiar tune their father used to play for them. Hope surges and they step outside. There, they see his car, rocking slightly in the dark. They approach, trembling, and slowly open the trunk. Inside, bound and gagged, is their mother, Laura, imprisoned by the masked figure. Laura's mouth is shut tight, and her face is wrapped with the same red string that her daughters had followed into the forest that morning, the string that led them to the cupcakes. Before they can free their mom, the masked man appears, ready to attack. Kayla and Maddie run back inside the house and hide under the bed. The masked man comes in, searching for them, but he doesn't find the girls. He sits down on the bed, right above them, and says, "My name is John. Years ago, my family brought me here. They all left, but I was abandoned in this forest because they thought I had lost my mind. Since then, whenever someone comes to this lake house, I play my games with them." After saying this, he lifts the bed and finds Kayla and Maddie hiding beneath it. He knocks them unconscious and takes them with him. Hours pass, and now it is morning. The masked man has tied up both of Laura's daughters. Their faces are wrapped with the same red thread that he had tied around Laura. He is about to kill them. He believes Laura is already dead because when he goes near her, she lies unconscious. But Laura is still alive. The masked man moves toward her daughters, ready to kill, when suddenly he hears music coming from the car. He goes to the car and sees that in the trunk, Laura is not there. Instead, it's the music box Laura's husband had bought for the girls. Before he can understand, Laura attacks him from behind. He blocks her strike and fights back. They struggle violently. But Laura has only one thing in her mind: to save her daughters. She doesn't give up. After a desperate fight, she kills the masked man. She then runs to her daughters, frees them, and takes them back to the car. The three of them escape together. But as they drive away, Kayla looks back. John's body is gone. He is still alive. And with that, this story comes to an end.